We really hear her versatility there, don't we? As just an amazing singer.
Sound check.
Well, g'day there. Welcome back to another vocal analysis here at Voice Essentials. My name is Dr. Dan, and today we are once again, because we do love her here at Voice Essentials, Floor Jansen from Nightwish. We've reviewed her many times here on the channel. Queen Floor, as she has become so widely known, for her impressive symphonic metal vocal. She's not only a great voice, she's a great performer. And I think in part it's her stage presence that really delivers every time we watch her perform. This performance is right back in the very early stages of Floor joining Nightwish. This is back in 2013. This is the performance of Storytime, and a very iconic piece for Nightwish. And so given that Floor had only just recently joined the band, this is a big song to really, I guess, establish oneself as not just a ring-in, not just someone who's depping for the vocal, the lead vocalist, but to actually plant a flag and go, this position is mine. I'm now the lead vocal for Nightwish. And we know, history. This is 12 years ago. History tells us she's done more than just plant a flag. Let's get in. Let's love this vocal, because that's what we would be doing. If you've never watched one of my reaction videos before, it's more of a vocal analysis. We are a Learn to Sing channel here at Voice Essentials, and so we're going to be talking about vocal technique and looking at, in this instance, I'm almost certain, what makes this so awesome. It's one thing to goo goo gaga over a singer. It's another thing entirely to actually deconstruct it and go, this is why it's so good. Or sometimes, on the occasion, what went wrong there? And let's deconstruct that. Anyway, I don't think we'll get a lot of that in this performance. I think it's going to be, in fact, I'd lay my bottom dollar on the fact that it's going to be pretty positive. Here we go.
I think it's time for a little story. It's definitely story time.
I'm sorry to stop it so that head spin gets me every time. She's continued to do that throughout her career. Just from a vocal standpoint, to be able to do that, is just, there's a lot of muscular strength that has to go into throwing your head around like that. And the risk one can play is that muscle tone can then interplay itself upon the voice, and yet I've not ever yet seen that be a negative thing for Floor, which is amazing in and of itself.
Let it earth
talk about the melody in this, because from a vocal standpoint, and you would never, I don't think you'd ever guess this from just watching Floor do it because it's flawless. The challenge of this melody is that the verse starts in a, can you hear that it doesn't present itself as sonically melodious in so much as that the verse sits, the melody of the verse kind of doesn't, it all sits within the chordal structure, but it sits almost as a counterpoint, as a alternate melody. I'm really struggling to describe what I mean, because then we get into the chorus and you can really hear that dissonant structure really become quite sonorous with what's going on around it. And yet Floor does not miss a beat in where she's sitting the voice melodically. Obviously, you learn the melody and whatever, but when you step into a melody, and I've had to do this a few times over my professional singing career, sometimes melodies just don't sit comfortably, and they can be really challenging. Let me take it back, and I want you to just listen to that. Listen to how the melodic line almost struggles against the chordal structure of the verse, and then how it comes into its own in the chorus. How the chordal structure doesn't quite support the melody. It's the beauty of the songwriting. It's so cool. It's just not easy to do vocally. And here we go. Now it sits a bit more. That's interesting. You can hear how the voice, every now and then, she's allowing the voice to just drop off into spoken value. And that really works within the context of that. I'm using the word dissonant, and that's not, if you can think of a better word, because it's not coming to me right now, leave it in the comments. Let me know what word that would give us that chordal challenge that we feel, which is don't mishear me. I'm not suggesting that there's anything wrong. I love it. I think this it really showcases very clever songwriting and arrangement and structure, and I'm just talking about the challenge that then provides the voice to kind of nail it, because it's not sitting just nicely within the chordal structure as a melody. It's fascinating to me. This is so highly produced, and so we have to acknowledge that there is a lot of post-production going on here. It would be interesting to learn just what had to go into the production of the DVD audially in post, including the vocals. I don't know. Gee, it would be great if one of you had some inside knowledge and could educate us all in the comments. But let's continue.
I
love that, the chorus melody. Listen to how she goes down into that lower melody there, Point. She just, the only way that works successfully is to support your air through the phrase. So often singers run out of air at the end of a phrase. You know what? We never run out of air at the end of a phrase. We always run out of air at the beginning of a phrase. You go, what do you mean? Well, it's because you didn't take enough air in for the journey of said phrase. And so even though the evidence of not having enough air doesn't present itself until the end of the phrase, it's actually present at the beginning. There wasn't sufficient intake of air. Good breath management is all about the quality of air and airflow, not just the quantity. And that, in often, we speak to the way we intake our breath. It's so important that we get our intake right, not just our outflow of air. Have a listen to the way she moves through that low section and the way it's her air that facilitates that. All the way through. See how she, and we've got no way of knowing whether she is exhibiting her breath management by externalizing with her body, but it would be nice to think that that's exactly what she's doing, but she's just presenting that as as stagecraft. And yet there is an extension there, isn't there, with the hand that is in keeping with the phrase and the flow of air. What? 85,000 people singing the melody. We rarely hear her versatility there, don't we? As just an amazing singer. She has, up until this moment, been giving us basically a power rock vocal, fully clean, but definitely with a very strong rock belt sort of action going on mechanically for the voice. And now she's flipping into a very cricothyroid dominant, mode 2, thin-fold, whatever, however you like to describe your head voice sound. She's really gone into that really light operatic sound, and in keeping with symphonic metal, right? It's got that classical nature to it. Have a listen to how free that is, how pure that vocal sound is. We're only getting just brief moments of it, but I just want you to watch through this section how free her body is. At no point has she kind of locked everything down and become this rigid structure. She is keeping this lovely fluent motion to her whole body, what we refer to as a dynamic body state. Again, we just keep your eye on it, because we get to see flashes of it and her constant free movement. See that? Moving. Back down into that rock voice area. I love this chorus. Well, that's not an easy note to nail. Just have a listen to the way she has to get to that note, because where it sits, again, just doesn't want to. It's not an easy note to navigate. It's deceptive, because she's so good that you just along for the ride, and we just listen and we just think it's all run of the mill. But so many things that she does is not run of the mill. She makes the very difficult sound extremely easy. Yeah. She doesn't disappoint. She never disappoints. Acknowledging, full acknowledgement that has been wonderfully, polished in post. And there will have been a lot of work done to what, to the audio, in keeping with the visual. But let's not let that take away from how outstanding she is, because she is Queen Floor for a reason, and fantastic. I've got a number of other. If this is the first Floor Jansen Nightwish vocal that you've ever seen me react to, then please go out and check out the others, because I do have a number of others that I'd love for you to have a watch of and just really come to appreciate why she is so good. You may already have an appreciation for her aesthetic as a singer, but it's, enhance that appreciation with an understanding of why her function is so good. I very much look forward to seeing you in the next vocal analysis video here at Voice Essentials. I'm Dr. Dan. Sing well.